Hi there, sweet friends, and welcome back to my cottage. My name is Crystal, and I'm so excited that you're joining me today for my fall Cozy Cottage home tour, where I'll be sharing a bunch of Thanksgiving inspiration with you guys for the upcoming holiday season. I also have a beautiful table planned, so if you enjoy hosting Thanksgiving at your house or you just want to set a beautiful table for your home for Thanksgiving, then you definitely want to check out my table on this video. I'm also going to be sharing an awesome recipe with you guys that my family loves for fall and for winter. It's just one of those hearty chilies that it's just good and warm, and our whole family loves it. So it's a white chicken chili with Mexican cornbread. So I'm excited for you guys to learn how to make that and to make it yourselves, and then to let me know how well you guys like it. I know my kids are like, Mom, don't make that in the crock pot anymore. It's not enough. Make it in a big pot the next time. So since we love it so much, I thought your family might enjoy it as well. So if you are up for all things homemaking, and just making everything beautiful all around you, and you're all about faith and family, then this channel is definitely the channel for you. Please consider subscribing and following me on Instagram and Facebook as well. And I will have my links to those social media platforms posted in the description. All right, sweet friends, before we get into the cottage tour, we are going to get started on our white chicken chili and let that cook while we tour the house. First, we are going to start with a whole rotisserie chicken, and we are going to shred that up. Next, we're going to add some chicken broth and some bone broth to a large crock pot. I also like to add a little bit of this chicken bouillon seasoning just to give it a little bit more chicken flavor. We're going to whisk that up and stir it all together. We're going to put our lid on, and we are going to let this broth get really hot on high heat. Then we are going to start slicing up some green pepper or any color pepper you would like, and some onions. Then we're going to come over to our skillet, and we're going to saute our peppers and onions in some garlic, some olive oil, and some salt and pepper. Then we're going to go back over to our hot broth, and we are going to add a whole block of cream cheese, and then we're going to also add a few tablespoons of sour cream. We're going to mix this all together, and this is going to give our broth a very creamy base. Then we're going to add in all of that shredded chicken. Next, we're going to add in our sauteed peppers and onions. We're going to add a whole can of Rotel. You can use hotter Rotel if you'd like, but I enjoy the mild. And we're going to add a whole can of green chilies. Next, we're going to crush up a whole can of white navy beans or garbanzo beans, and we're going to add this just to thicken up our broth a little bit more. And then we're going to add about 3 to 4 more cans of white beans. Next, we're going to start adding our seasonings. This is the most important. You're going to want to add some cumin, some chili powder, and some paprika. You can also add any other seasonings that you would like, but these 3 are the most important. And again, season until it's at the flavor that you like. Then we're going to also add about 3 cans of corn, and we're going to stir this all up really well. I also like to add some chopped cilantro, and I like to add some fresh lime juice to my chili as well. Then we're going to come back in and add this Italian style blend of cheese. There's like 5 different cheeses in this, and we're not going to add too much, but we just want to give a little bit of cheesiness to our chili. Next, we're going to make our cornbread. This is Martha White. All of the directions are on the back of the package. You're just going to add some eggs, some milk. I also like to add some melted butter and some honey into mine as well. So those will not be in the directions, but that is just something that I think makes the cornbread a little bit more moist and flavorful. After you mix all of this up, you are going to take a casserole dish that is buttered and add all of this to it. Then you're going to bake it in the oven at 350 degrees until it's finished. Now, while all this is cooking, guys, let's go tour the cottage. I always like to start out in my entryway, and I wanted to show you guys this beautiful fall wreath that I made last fall. I didn't get to share it here on YouTube, but I did share it on Instagram. I just connected two grapevine wreaths together and added a bunch of fall foliage, some white florals, and some hydrangeas. And of course, I made a beautiful bow out of this mushroom pumpkin ribbon. I kept my entryway very simple this year. You're going to notice dried hydrangeas all throughout my home because this is the first year that my hydrangea bushes produced enough blooms for me to be able to clip. So I love that I'm getting to dry those and put them all throughout my home for some fall and Thanksgiving decor. So I'm just using some pumpkins, some books, some candles, and this was pretty much it for my fall entryway. Next, we're going to head into the fireside room. This room is so cozy with our wood burning fireplace. It's one of my favorite rooms in the home. Again, we have some more dried hydrangeas. And then of course my mantle, I just layered with some fall foliage that I got from Hobby Lobby. Here you're going to see some more of those dried hydrangeas in this beautiful olive jar that I thrifted at Goodwill. And I think I gave about $10 for this cute little olive jar. Next is this little copper mantle that hangs above my sofa. I enjoy fixing this up for the holidays and decorating it. I just added some eucalyptus garland along with some wooden pumpkin garland. I'm adding a lot of green into my home this fall, and you're going to see that through pillows and linens. These pillows are my Texas house pillows that you can find at Walmart. And then of course our beautiful frame TV that we made. I have a video on how we made our own frame for the TV, and then I just used YouTube art. And I love that the wind was blowing through the curtains on this day. Next, we're going to go over to the French Cafe, which is just our little breakfast nook. I decided to make this into a little French cafe by having my husband build some wooden awnings, which are a staple in a cafe. You always see the black and white awnings. And so I wanted some that were wooden, and my husband did a great job building these and getting them hung and really brought my vision to life here. I also added in some French furniture into this space that I purchased from Facebook Marketplace and just refurbished and repainted. So I'm using a lot of wood and a lot of wrought iron in this space to bring about that French look that I was trying to create. This French credenza I use as my tea bar. I enjoy displaying cups and plates, and then of course my vintage tea set. And that way when company comes over, everything is here and ready for tea. The drawers on this tea bar are full with different types of tea. Over in this little corner is my cute little arched window frame that I am using to dry some flowers with. So this is a great idea, guys. If you love drying your flowers that you clip from your gardens, take one of those arched wooden windows or frames or whatever you have, and then I just clip my flowers. I put them in some water for about a day, and then I wrap them and hang them upside down on this cute little arched window, and it really is a great way to dry out your flowers. This is my adorable little lemon tree that I wanted to show you guys. I bought him a couple months ago back at the end of summer, and he was actually dying and was just a little twig. So I brought him home and replanted him, and I just brought him in from my back deck actually because it's getting cold. But I can't wait to put him out next to our pool next summer, and hopefully he'll start getting us some lemons very soon. All right, friends, now we're heading into the dining room, and I'm going to show you guys my design process of how I created my Thanksgiving tablescape. So I'm starting out with this wooden centerpiece from Antique Farmhouse. If you are not following Antique Farmhouse on Instagram, you need to. And you need to buy some of their items for your home. They are so beautiful. I'm also going to be incorporating some more of those dried hydrangeas, and I'm using this beautiful tablecloth or table runner from Fexia Official. They are also over on Instagram, and I love the crinkled look that this runner has, and it almost reminds me of a cheesecloth. So I'm just putting this wooden piece in the center of the table, and then I'm going to be filling it with some leaves and just some foliage. I've got some candlesticks here, and then I also have this wooden cake plate that I'm putting in the center just to give some height. And I'm going to actually be putting my turkey platter on this cake plate here. So I'm just going in, I'm adding some leaves, some fall foliage. I'm going to be adding in my hydrangeas and just all of the different colors that you would see outside this time of year. And of course, I have to add candles to my table. I just think it makes the table feel so warm and so cozy. These cute little vintage flashcards are from my friend at Joyce Grace Designs over on Instagram. Be sure to check her out. She has tons of cute holiday and seasonal decor. And then of course I'm adding my pumpkin plates and my gold silverware that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And these cute little pumpkin pigs, I'm going to be using those as napkin ring holders for my linen napkins. Let's light these candles, and then I will show you guys my beautiful Thanksgiving tablescape. And here she is, guys, my beautiful Thanksgiving tablescape. So with any tablescape, there are three things and that will make a beautiful table, and that is color, light, and layering. So if you remember those three things, you will be able to create a beautiful tablescape for any season and for any holiday. So bring in those candles to warm your table up, to make it inviting and cozy, and to also give that extra ambiance. Then bring in all the textures and all the colors. So bring in whatever color is going on in that season. So for fall, we have all of our autumnal colors. And then of course you want to layer your table. Layer your plates and your dishes and your utensils. Layer all of the foliage and the flowers that you're using in your table as well. And if you'll just follow those three things, your table will be gorgeous for any season. Next, I wanted to show you this adorable, it's a pumpkin, it's kind of like a soup container casserole dish. You can actually cook in it and serve in it, and it's so pretty. It also comes with these adorable pumpkin mugs, and I purchased these from the At Home store. This adorable birchwood vase I also thrifted from Goodwill for just a couple of dollars, and then I just styled it with some stems and some pumpkins. I also enjoy putting my candlesticks in vessels to have around for the winter and fall months. Next, we're going to be moving on to the music room, and the music room is just right off the dining room here. And this is where I have my piano, and most of you guys know that I refurbished and repainted this piano. And I also bought an old mantle, and I just connected the mantle and the piano together, or I had my husband to do it, to give it some more height here. This vintage French chair is also a thrifted find that I found on Facebook Marketplace for just $50. And this cute little arrangement I made here on the coffee table has this cute little, he's kind of like a concrete feeling squirrel on top of a pumpkin, and I just thought he looked so cute here, mixed with all the greenery and all of the pumpkins and acorns. These awesome pillows are my favorite. They are from Textilish Designs. You can find them over on Instagram as well. And I love the olive floral pattern. They just have so many beautiful patterns and textures to choose from. And I really loved incorporating green in my home this year, and so their pillows were a great fit. And then I enjoy putting records in my little wicker basket here for my record player. And this record player is also a thrifted find that I repainted. These beautiful curtains are from Jinchan Curtains. You can check them out on Instagram as well. And I love the fall harvest design and pattern that they have. And I also love that it has kind of a sheer effect, and it lets a lot of that natural light in even when the curtains are pulled together. These gorgeous French country chairs are new here in my home, and I'm so excited to have them. I also thrifted them on Facebook Marketplace. And then of course this gorgeous table is another antique farmhouse find. I love the rustic feel and look of it. It has a chippy look to it, and it's actually a metal side table, so it is absolutely gorgeous. Next, we're going to be going to the kitchen, and I wanted to show you guys my cute little coffee bar and apple cider bar. And I've just styled it with my copper mugs, my pumpkin mugs, and then I have some cute little mini cutting boards that I hung here from my peg rack. And I actually made that hot apple cider sign. Over here next to the farmhouse sink, I have my wooden riser with my cute little jars that I put my soap and my lotions in, and I'll try to link those in the description below. And then here behind the stove, my husband built these beautiful wooden cutting boards for me and connected two of them together, and then I just stenciled some little cute French cafe designs on it. Next, we'll be touring the guest half bath. So here I kept my decor very minimal. I wanted a spa type look here, but I also wanted it to be rustic and cozy. So I just brought in some candlelight. I brought in some pumpkins, some dried hydrangeas, and of course this darling mirror, which I'm just so excited to have, is from Brightify Official. You can find them on my Instagram as well, so I would love for you guys to go check them out. But it just really elevated this bathroom space. Now guys, we're going to make a hot cup of coffee because our white chicken chili is ready. But I wanted to show you guys these cute little coffee mug toppers that I found at Aldi. They are pumpkin and leaf shape, and you just connect them to the side of your mug, and they're actual cookies. So you can dip them in your coffee, and they're so delicious. But they're perfect if you're hosting for Thanksgiving or hosting any kind of fall festivities in your home. Alright guys, our white chicken chili is finished. I let this cook in the crock pot for about 3 to 4 hours. And then I made this cute little sideboard of extra cheese, cilantro, there's limes. I'm topping it with some extra avocado. I have some blue corn tortilla chips, which are actually good to dip into your chicken chili. And then of course we have our Mexican cornbread as well. If you've made this before guys, I want to know your thoughts on it. And if you've not made it before and you do try my recipe, I'd love for you to tell me how it turned out. Well, that wraps up today's video, sweet friends. I'm so glad that you decided to join me for my fall and Thanksgiving cottage home tour. As always, I want to leave you with a scripture from Psalms. I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart, and I will tell of all your wonderful deeds.